Om Guru, Namaste, Namaste Promilla ji. So
Namaste
nice.
Moushumi ji. Namaste to everyone who has come. Welcome.
Welcome. So if you can put on your cameras, that will be really nice. There's a lot of added magnetism when we can see. Namaste Meera ji. It's a lot of magnetism when we can see the person to whom we are speaking. So that would be really nice if you can put on your cameras. Would
Thank you,
appreciate
Meera
it.
ji, for doing that.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll start with an invocation chant while the rest of you put on your cameras, and I hope more people will join. We have more people who have registered. Okay. Can you hear me, Pramila ji?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, thank you. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Vyanamurti Dvattvatim Gadana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Nilaksham Ekam Nityam Vipalamacharya Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Tribunarahitam Satgurum Let us pray. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, Beloved God, Saints and Gurus of all religions, we humbly bow at Thy feet. Bless us, guide us, flow through us. Give Thyself to us that we may give Thee to all. Help us to understand and to share Thy healing teachings. Om Shanti Shanti. Okay, friends. Yeah. So now for the introductions. We have with us Nayaswami Promilla. She has been on in Ananda for, I think, almost 2 decades. And she has been teaching, sharing the healing teachings for many, many years. And I am Moushumi. I just changed my name here so you know the name, Moushumi. So I too have been part of Ananda for many years. And I am our guru, Paramhansa Yogananda. So this is his book, Autobiography of a Yogi. So it's a classic, it's a spiritual classic. I think most people may have heard of it, even though they've not read it. And these are his teachings, his healing teachings that we will be sharing with you all. And I lead the international healing teachings for a couple of times a week for World Peace Prayers. And it's such a joy to be sharing with you all today. So a quick update on the class. We will share. First, we will talk about the principles of healing, and then we will share some of the methods we will practice together. Then we'll talk about prayer, because finally, this is divine will healing, and it is a prayer that we send out. And then we will share a little bit about peace and harmony prayers, which are so important for all of us. Okay, so Pramila ji, would you like to start now?
Thank you, Moushumi ji, for that introduction, and welcome all friends to this healing class of Paramhansa Yogananda's techniques and sharings about healing techniques. He called his healing techniques divine will healing. And that is because the human will is microscopic divine will. And there are two forces in the world. One force that takes us out into the world and keeps the creation going. And then there is another force which is calling us back home to God, which is our true home. So when these two forces collide, then inharmony takes place. And then we say that there is disease. And when we try to harmonize these two forces, it is called divine will healing. So it's a sort of a tug of war between the soul and the ego within us. So the human life, Paramhansa Yogananda said, is likened to a house having three windows. The windows of physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. And imagine this house is having lots of light, fresh air moving around it, and the house is very vibrant. We will say that this person has perfect health, spiritual, mental, and physical. But God gave us, He made us in His image, He made us just like Him, but He also gave us free will. Now, because He gave us the independence to choose and the free will, somewhere down the line, we have kept one or more window closed. So it is up to us to open those windows. Paramhansa Yogananda said, whatever we have done, we can undo. But because we have done it, we only have to undo it. So now we'll explore how we can open these windows and regain our perfect health. So as we explore the healing principles, there are laws of divine will healing. So the first law is that healing is a rousing of the life force in our bodies. Life force, prana, Paramhansa Yogananda like to call it life force. It's prana. We all are made of life force. You and I are made of life force. Paramhansa Yogananda said we are swimming in a sea of life force, cosmic energy. And that cosmic energy enters our body continuously from a point in our body called the medulla oblongata. And that is right here. If you take your hand and bring it at the back of the head, you'll find that you hit a hollow there, and that is the medulla oblongata. That is the doorway for the cosmic energy to enter us. Now, what does this life force do? The life force converts this cosmic energy into life force. First of all, it sustains and maintains and creates every organ of our body. So this life force, when it is roused, healing takes place. As simple as that. But now we have to go into what makes this life force get roused. That switch is the willpower. So the willpower is one which we use in the healing techniques. Let's go to a cell or a tissue which is ailing, it means that the life force from those cells and tissues are being withdrawn away from those cells. And so we use many physical methods, medicines, stimulation of various kinds to heal ourselves. And that's good, because what do? They try to stimulate the life force and have it go back there to those cells and tissues to repair, continue their work of repairing and maintaining. But when all all things are tried, we have to try other means, God-given means to heal. And so we are here in this healing class. Now, the second law is that healing is an act of creation. So we feel that how does disease happen? Is there a God who is whimsically imposing disease and affliction on us? How does it happen? So to find that out, let us see about the process of creation. So for the scriptures tell us that first there was just everything is consciousness. And before there was any creation, pure consciousness, which we call God, and which Adi Shankaracharya called Sat Chit Ananda, was all there was. Now, Sat Chit Ananda means ever existing, ever conscious, ever new bliss. So this bliss, which is Anand, which was God and which is God, bliss has a nature. Bliss wants to always share its happiness with others. So God, he decided, Satchidananda decided to create. So what did he do? He didn't have anything else except himself in the beginning. There was no carpenter's hacksaw or hammer or anything or wood or nothing. So he vibrated a portion of himself, and into manifestation came thought. Thought is the subtlest manifestation. My voice is breaking. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how I can do it better. Is it better if I
Actually,
hold the mic like this?
it's quite clear, but yeah, it is better if you hold the mic. It's
It's
louder
hold the,
if you hold the
okay, I'll
mic.
try to do that
But
for
it's
some
clear.
time.
I can hear it.
Okay.
Rucha. Yeah, maybe
Uh,
Rucha's Wi-Fi is also a problem.
yeah.
But
Rucha,
yeah,
is it better now? You can just type if you feel. Is it better now when I hold the mic? Or is it still breaking? The voice is breaking?
it is better. She
Okay,
says yes.
thank you, Rucha. Yeah. It's no point taking a class and you can't hear me. Okay. So, uh, when bliss wanted to share, it manifested. Okay. So, when bliss manifested thought, thought being the subtlest manifestation of consciousness, then it vibrated, thought vibrated further, and light and energy were manifested. And further, by gross vibration, matter was manifested. So, whatever we see around us, the matter, you and I, the sky, the trees, the blades of grass, everything is matter that is in form. But all these forms, Yogananda said, are delusory, because in reality, we are spirit, we are consciousness. To the degree we can understand that we are consciousness, we can become co-creators with Satchidananda, with God, to create whatever we want in this universe. So that is the so now as we see that thought manifested light and energy, manifested matter, so you can understand that whatever we see around, there's an underlying base of thought behind it. Now, even our diseases or difficulties or afflictions, anything which is in the form, where is the origin of it? In the thought. So, if we can change the thought of illness, that vibration, to a thought and consciousness of wellness, we would have transformed our life. So therefore, it is a known fact that change your thoughts, you'll heal your life. So that is the second law, that healing is an act of creation. The third law of divine will healing is that the greater the will, the greater the flow of energy. Now, Paramhansa Yogananda said that willpower is desire plus energy directed towards fulfillment. So each word here is very important. Willpower is desire, because we need to want something. We want to heal, right? We want to heal. We wish to heal. When we want anything, when we wish anything, then we are happy. We have that desire. We are joyful. We can't think of anything else except that. We have the enthusiasm. So the desire has to be there. And then he talks of energy. What is that energy? The energy of our heart, of our mind, of our whole being. So desire plus energy. And the word directed is so important, because that energy needs to be directed. Because if we don't give it direction, what happens to the energy? It is scattered. And so it is chaotic. And then it has no power. But like the sun's rays, when you converge those rays to a point, you would remember in school when you converged it with the help of a magnifying glass, that had the power even to burn the paper, right? So when we direct the energy, desire plus energy directed towards fulfillment, then we can make things happen. And the next law is, there are laws in creation. So there are physical laws governing creation. And to have physical health, we should see our dietary conditions, that we should take care. We should exercise. We should have hygiene. These are the physical laws. Then mental laws. To have good mental health, Yogananda said that for mental health, we should be even-minded and cheerful. And he said, whatever we may be going through, however difficult it is, man has the power to be even-minded and cheerful in all circumstances. This is given to man, and we can do it. Sorry. And what about spiritual spiritual afflictions? They are like ego identification, restlessness, ignorance. What is ignorance? That we do not know the reality, that we are not mortal beings. We are not limited by this body. We are the soul, actually. And that comes by meditation. So these are the laws we need to observe, the laws of creation. Coming to the next law, the 2 points we need to remember is the uh, power of the healer and the receptivity of the patient. So power of the healer comes when the healer is in communion with his higher self, that is through meditation, and has allowed the light of God to flow through him. And the patient's receptivities, if he's open to the vibrations, he's open to receiving those healing vibrations sent to him. So these are the 2 points to also keep in mind. Then there is the law that God is the healer. We are not healers. We are only channels. We can only channel God's healing light and power ahead. We are empty. What is the best channel? What is the best hosepipe? Water will pass through if it's empty, not when it's clogged with debris. So the best healers, not instruments of healers, are those who are empty. They don't think of themselves. They are thinking of giving. So they're not identified by themselves. They allow God to flow through them ahead. So God is always the healer. Nobody else is the healer. And then the next law is that prayer and meditation is very essential in healing, because by the soil, the fertile soil on which the plant of healing can take fruit is prayer and meditation. When the person who wants to send healing prays and meditates, he goes into a very calm, still state. And only then can the divine light, the divine presence flow through him. A restless person will not be able to channel the light, the healing energy. Now we have the last. Please give me 1 minute. I want to check my notes if I missed any points. Yes, we often think, what about me? Will I attract the same affliction which I am trying to help others with? So, at any given point, we can either give or receive. So, if we are in the giving mode, the caring mode, the loving mode, nothing can affect us. In fact, Yogananda said, the instrument is blessed by what flows through it. So, if we are channeling blessings, healings, we ourselves as instruments will be blessed. So we have no worries about getting or attracting any negativity within us. So with that, I'll invite Moushumi ji to educate us in the next part of our healing session.
Namaste, Pramila ji, again. Thank you so much. So beautifully explained. Okay. So, friends, now we will practice some of these techniques which Yogananda ji has shared with us. So, Mary Kretzmann used to be the healing director, international healing director, and she has written this book, Divine Will Healing. And in this book, she has explained everything very beautifully. So I am explaining from there itself. So we will do 3 techniques, and we will send healing to some people. I have already received prayer requests, so we'll use those prayer requests. I hope you will all be happy to send healing to the same people. Now, these remember that this is all these techniques are for meditators. So the first thing you have to do is center yourself and meditate. And what happens when you meditate? You have already, in meditation, you have already in a higher space. You're already most likely touched one of the aspects of God, right? So you're feeling peaceful, you can see the light. And it is easier then to send healing. So this is supposed to be done after your meditation. Okay. Also, you have to ensure your spine is erect and you um, visualize the person very clearly to whom you're sending healing. All right. So now, first we will prepare ourselves for healing. So, like Promila ji explained already to you, there is this medulla, the medulla oblongata, right? It's at the base of your skull, at the back. And this is the place from where the prana enters the body, right? So we are going to just massage the medulla gently and visualize white light, or you can visualize a flow of prana entering the medulla and going up to the spiritual eye. With the other hand, the finger, you can touch the spiritual eye and visualize this river of energy going up from the medulla to the spiritual eye and filling up the spiritual eye. It's important that it goes up because you're empowering it with God's energy, with God's blessings. And then visualize this coming down the astral spine, down your heart, and from your heart chakra coming out to your hands. Okay, now next, we are going to tense and relax 3 times. Double inhale, tense the entire body, vibrate, and double exhale. I'm assuming everyone is from Ananda. So in case you're not, let me quickly explain. The double inhalation is one short and one long inhalation from your nose. And we tense the body and vibrate the body. And as we double exhale, that's another short and long exhalation through the nose and through the mouth. The tension is always not sudden, but it's low, medium, high. You vibrate and then you relax, high, medium, low. Okay, let's do this again. Double inhale, tense the body, vibrate, feel the energy at the spiritual eye, at the point between the eyebrows, and double exhale and relax. And one more time. Okay, let's rub our hands. And now, taking the palm of the right hand, let's massage the bare left arm. You're going to push the energy from which is coming from the medulla, coming over the shoulders, down your hands, and towards the palms. And as you are doing this, you can feel your left palm becoming energized. Right? Now let's do it the other side. With the right palm, you're doing the same thing to your left. Sorry, with the left palm, you're massaging your right hand. And feeling, close your eyes, feel the prana coming in, down the shoulders, into your hands, and flowing down towards your right palm till both palms are equally energized. And now rub your palms together. Okay. Now you're ready to send healing. Right. So the first healing method, those who are in Ananda are very familiar with this. One, there is a prayer and you just share the light after that. So the prayer is being made by Master. So let's follow it exactly the way he has taught us. The prayer is Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent, thou art in all thy children, thou art in, and you can visualize here and take the name of the person to whom you're sending the prayer. Manifest thy healing presence in his or her body, mind, and soul. And you rub your palms and you send out the prayer. Okay, so let's do this first. So let's send this healing to Gita. Gita is here, Gita Nair. Let's visualize Gita. Gita, if you can put on your camera, that will be nice. Then we can see you when we send this healing out. Okay, there you go. So Gita is here. Let's visualize Gita and we will send healing first to Gita. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Thou art in Gita. Manifest thy healing presence in her body, in her mind, in her soul. Let's rub our palms together. And we'll send Om 3 times, sending out love, sending out light and Master's blessings, Divine Mother's blessings to Gita. Om. 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 You continue holding up your palm. You can move your palms up and down, visualizing her entire body, her mind, her soul, all being covered in light. Om Shanti Shanti. Now, if you have the time, you can send healing in this way for 15 minutes per person. And if you don't have the time, even if you send a little bit, remember it's divine will healing. You have prayed to Goddess, you have prayed to Master, and the healing will start. And remember, the healing depends not only on your will, but also the receptivity of the patient. So don't think you are sending healing. It is Divine Mother sending the healing. It is the patient receiving. She may not want to receive, in which case she won't. So don't say, I gave or I couldn't give. It is Divine Mother. You are only praying. And now we'll do the long form of this one. Remember, when we talk about body, we are talking about all three bodies, the physical, the astral, and the causal body. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's start again. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent, thou art in all thy children, thou art in Gita, manifest thy healing presence in her body. So now let's rub our palms together and chant Om 3 times. Om. Om. And now let's continue. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Thou art in Gita. Manifest thy healing presence in her mind. Now you have to rotate your arms like this. Please see the right hand should be nearer the body and moving upwards. The right hand is moving upwards, left is going downwards. Okay, so now this is helping the energy go up your astral spine, and it's taking the energy up her astral spine too. Visualize your patient. Visualize the energy going up her astral spine. You can rotate it a few times more and then hold up your palms and chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 And now the last part of the prayer. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Thou art in Gita. Manifest thy healing presence in her soul. Let's rub our palms together and we'll chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 And you can continue sending light out for as long as you wish. Visualize the patient completely healed, released from all the delusions which are holding her back, her body, her mind, her soul. Help her to be uplifted. Looking up towards divine consciousness, towards the light. And you can affirm for her, Gita, you are well, for God is in you. You are whole, for God is in you. You are healed, for God is in you. Om Shanti Shanti. So Master used to use that affirmation, so that's something you can also use. Very good. Okay, so that was the first type of healing method. Now, the second type is again after meditation. It's important that your energy is already up, so meditation is important. And so you can simply just close your eyes, keep your spine erect. Let's visualize the light at the point between the eyebrows. I have received a request from Trisha Narayan for her father, Colonel Srivastav. Trisha, please correct me if the name is wrong, okay? From what I remember, it's Colonel Srivastav. And visualize Trisha's father. Visualize the energy flowing in the astral spine. Visualize it flowing in the medulla. And from the medulla up to the spiritual eye. Down the shoulders. Down the arms. To the palms of your hand. And rub your palms together. And visualizing Trisha's father, we'll chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 Continue sending Trisha's father light. Yes, kidney issues, chronic kidney issues. This is starting of Parkinson's, blood pressure. So let's visualize him normal, completely recover, filled with light, living his life with his normal gusto, joyfully. You can move your palms up and down. Chant Om 3 more times. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti. Remember, it's very important to visualize that the patient is completely healed. Visualize him whole and have faith in Divine Mother. Don't keep checking. Don't keep asking, is it working? Is it not working? Just allow the patient to heal. And Divine Mother knows how to heal the patient and when to heal the patient. So you have to be patient also. Now, we'll cover one more healing method. This is also done after meditation. So it says, practice seeing and feeling the energy of your spiritual eye. Then you have to feel the energy, visualize a person, visualize God's light going from your spiritual eye to their spiritual eye. We have with us Meeraji. Meeraji has just come out of cataract surgery and she's having inflammation of her eyes. She's 80 years old and she needs prayers. So if she can put on the camera, that will be wonderful. If not, that's fine, Meeraji. You can keep it off. And let's close our eyes, keep our spine erect. Center ourselves. Feel the energy in the spine strongly. And now you can touch your forefinger to the point between the eyebrows, to your spiritual eye. Tap it gently and feel it getting energized. You may be able to feel it throbbing. And now you have to visualize Meeraji. Visualize her spiritual eye. And then send this energy from your spiritual eye to her spiritual eye. Use your willpower. You have already prayed at the beginning of the meditation. So Divine Mother is with you. Push it out. Push out this energy to Meeraji's spiritual eye. And now expand this energy, expand this light to cover all of Meeraji's face, especially her eyes. She is not yet fully recovered from surgery. Even after months. The eyes are full of light, full of divine energy. Visualize that they are healed completely. And slowly expand this light to cover her entire body. Visualize this entire body covered in light. Visualize her whole. Visualize her well. Being able to walk comfortably up and down the stair. Being able to see, to read. Visualize her healed completely and affirm, Miraji, you are well, for God is in you. You are healed, for God is in you. You are whole, for God is in you. And let's chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, friends. These are the healing techniques. We'll have a Q&A session later in case you have questions. Right now, I'm handing over to Pramila ji for her next uh, next session.
Thank you, Moushumi ji, for describing to us 3 lovely techniques of healing at a distance by Paramhansa Yogananda. Now we'll just go through a small theory on the power of prayer, which Paramhansa Yogananda said is the science of prayer. He said, we pray many times and we wonder whether our prayers are answered. Many times we feel God has heard us or He has not heard us. So how to pray effectively is what Yogananda ji has shown us, because we need to have the right attitudes for an effective prayer. Yeah. So the first thing is Paramhansa Yogananda liked to call prayer a demand. Not an aggressive demand, I want this, I want that, but a loving demand. Why did he prefer the word demand than a prayer? Because most people have been praying in a beggarly fashion. Please, God, if you don't mind and if it's your will, can you do this for me, do that for me? Yogananda says, if a beggar comes to your house, how much will he get? This much. But if you're the son of the house, what will your parents give you? Everything, whatever they have, isn't it? So the son has simply to lovingly demand from his parents, and he is the heir to every wealth of his father. In the same way, Yogananda says, we are the children of God. We are not beggars. So we need to pray with the very first attitude that we are the sons of God. So we have to bring first our identity with God. God and I are one. This is what Jesus Christ said. I and my Father are one. When you have identified your unity with God, then you know no limitation. It is we who limit ourselves. We feel we are mortal beings, which we are not. And we have dominion over all things, just like how our God, our Father, has. So, first we have to identify and be one with our Father. How do we do that? Prayer and meditation. So, meditate till you become still and reach a calm place in your being, and then you will feel the oneness, the presence of God within you, His light shining within you. And then that is the time to pray after you meditate. So he says that prayers should not be beggarly. They should be as though you are sons of God, and they should be loving demands, and that's why he liked to call them that. Then he talks of many different attitudes while praying. He says the prayers should be spoken with sincerity, persistence, attention, faith, devotion. So let's go through each of these attitudes one by one. Supposing a child comes to his mother and tugs at her dress and says, "Mother, mother, I want 5 rupees." So then she says, "For what do you want it?" Then his attention goes and he sees, "Oh, there's such a nice butterfly sitting on that tree there. Mother, mother, I want 5 rupees. Ah, that thing is very nice." So mother also is busy. She says, he is not very, he doesn't want that 5 rupees very badly. It's okay. Let me keep on with my cooking. No, let it be. So we need to have no distractions when we pray. We need to have total attention, concentration. These are the words of an avatar, Paramhansa Yogananda. So, with perfect concentration, attention, intention, with faith. The words should be with faith. You should not be distracted like a mechanical prayer that, oh, this long prayer, I'm going to say it now, and mechanically you will repeat it. That prayer is in vain, is what Yogananda says. You should saturate the meaning of the words of the prayer in your being, in your heart. You should progressively, with attention and faith, repeat. By every repetition, there will be a ever increasing opening of the meanings, the faith in that prayer. Those are the prayers which work, which bring answers. And then he says, after that, you should not dig up and see, has my prayer been answered? Has my prayer been answered? I prayed so many times. Now it's become 12 o'clock. My prayer has not been answered. It doesn't happen like that. Because we have a long history of millions of incarnations. And sometimes, even though we have prayed lots, we may need to go through those things in order to eradicate them. But even then, the prayers help. Even though we are going through those difficulties, which we are praying to undo, that we should not have this difficulty, maybe we can soften it to some extent. Prayers never go waste when they are done with the right attitudes. So prayers are very effective after meditation, When the mind is calm, there is no restlessness, there is no distraction. We are deeply concentrated. And he said, you must look at this point between the eyebrows because your prayers reach superconsciousness. And we must also have our spine straight, he says. And he has given us prayers in a book of poems and prayers called Whispers from Eternity. Each prayer, he said, is imbued with, it is spiritualized and it has given answers to him. He has prayed each prayer and he said they were given to me. They are not mine. So if we use some of these prayers, sit in a meditative place, after meditation, pray deeply, again and again, repeatedly. He says we have to repeat the prayers because as we repeat the prayers with feeling, meaningfully, willingly, joyfully, the meanings open out to us and they receive an answer. But he also said, you can, sometimes we are in deep difficulty, and our heart and our soul is just bursting to pray. Then we can use our own words also. The natural words of our heart, outbursts of our soul, we can use those, but we must repeat them. So this is Yogananda's science of prayer, he calls it. And he says, do not doubt, he says. He says, do not say them mechanically and do not be restless when you pray. These are the points. And the attention and faith is very important. We must have attention and we must have faith that I am a son of God and I will receive my answer. I will receive what I want. So with this, I will go into our next session of healing. And that is a technique given to us by Paramhansa Yogananda, which uses visualization. So let me describe the technique to you first, and then we will practice it together. So I just wanted to ask once more that my voice is clear and it's not breaking, because that is important right now. Anyone can answer me? Is my voice breaking?
Auntie, voice is clear.
Okay, good. Thank you, Moushumi. So, thank you, Trisha. So now, Paramhansa Yogananda says, every thought, every action which has been repeated by us cuts grooves in the brain. And because of that, if it is repeated, when our attention goes to that, it becomes a habit. Sometimes it becomes automatic. We don't know that we are behaving in the same way. So in this way, the grooves of our brain cells, they not only have embedded in them our past actions, habits, negativities, difficulties, karma, seed tendencies, vrittis. And we want to eradicate them. So every difficulty is karmic. When God made us, He made us in His image and perfect. We misused the free will He gave us. So God never punishes us, first of all. We punish ourselves by misusing His laws. He has made laws and He cannot go against His own laws. But yet, He gives us many ways where we can, as humans, have comfort and bring about healing. That's why we are having this class. There is hope. So, using visualization, after meditation when the mind is calm and focused. We visualize all our energy is focused at the point between the eyebrows. And we visualize over there that gathering of energy, and we transform it into a laser beam of blazing light, like a beam, like a ray. And then we see it penetrating at the spiritual eye, filling our brain. It goes from the spiritual eye through the brain cells, flooding them to the back of the brain. And then we take it again back to the spiritual eye. And again, like a torch, we take that light and take it back again. In that, we do it after meditation many times. As many times as you wish. If you have lack of time, then do it less times. And because of the gathered energy, which you have now visualized as a powerful light, and shone it around into your brain, it has the power to burn those brain cells of, say, disease, of, say, difficulties, of obsessive thoughts which don't leave you, of griefs, of any kind of things which are disturbing you, anger, jealousy, lack of poise, lack of peace, lack of calmness. All these are forms of disease only. So whatever you feel you want to eradicate from your life, you just think of that particular thing, or 2, 3 things also, and shine the light and allow it to move up and down. And then Yogananda says, then bring the light and shine it in the remaining part of your body. And see it burning, conflagrating, cauterizing. These are his words. They are Yogananda's words, and words of an avatar, powerful words of a powerful master. See them burning all diseased cells and replacing them with healthy cells. Then he says, be sure to shine them in your heart, because a heart center is the seat of feelings and seat of all the hurts, the wounds, the insults, the griefs, the sorrows, the losses. So, shining the light into the heart, chamber after chamber, removing all griefs and sorrows, bringing in the presence of God, which is that light, bringing joy, bringing relief, bringing bliss. So we are going to practice this, and I'm going to guide you into this practice, which you can do for yourself the way I have explained it, but you can do it for others also by visualizing their spiritual eye, their brain, their body, and their heart. So we will now sit up straight. I will lead you into a small, short meditation, but in your own homes, I would like you to do a longer meditation so that you reach a very calm place in your being and then start this technique. It is called the superconscious healing technique of Paramhansa Yogananda. So let's sit upright. You know, I really wish many of you would open your videos so I could see your faces as you sit upright and do this technique. Take a few minutes. In case your hair is disheveled, you can do it up and then open the videos. Thank you so much. Shreyans for opening, and I hope one by one all of you will open also your videos. I'm going to put it in gallery for me, but whatever. Moushumi ji, I'm in gallery, but you have spotlighted me, is it? Thank you, Trisha. Okay, that's okay. But I like to just see the lovely faces as I take. So let us sit upright. The spine is straight. And let us take a slow, deep breath. Tense gently the body. Exhale. Slow and long. Once again, inhale. Gently squeeze the muscles of your body. Exhale. Relax. And one last time, inhale. Tense. Exhale. Relax completely. Now bring your attention to the breath as it flows in and out of your body like waves upon the seashore. The waves are coming in and out of your mind's shore. As each wave touches your mind becomes calmer and calmer. Waves upon the sea. Now call your attention to the breath. Allow that wave of breath to enter your nostrils, reaching your forehead. Each wave reaches your forehead and comes back. Your gaze is firmly at the spiritual eye. Feel the calmness in your being and enjoy that feeling as the waves come in and go out. Now visualize a ball of light at the spiritual eye. With every breath, it grows bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, brilliant like the sun. This is the sun of wisdom, the light of wisdom. Now transform that light into a laser beam of blazing light, penetrating your forehead at the spiritual eye. filling and flooding your brain, eradicating all those brain cells of negative habits, negative thoughts, negative attitudes, disease, darkness, ignorance. See this light as it travels through the brain cells, reach the back of the brain, and then start its journey again at the forehead. Like a torch, removing all difficulties, physical, mental, emotional, replacing those brain cells with healthy cells as it travels again to the back of the brain. Allow this light to do 3 more rounds. Back and forth. Now, see this light descending down your spine, and from there to every part of your body, glowing, healing, blessing every part. Especially those parts which you require healing in physically. Feel the light bright in every cell, rejuvenating it, healing it. Now bring this light into your heart. Shine it into every chamber of your heart. Chamber after chamber, filled with light, removing darkness, griefs, sorrows, losses, hurts, replacing all these emotions with God's joy, God's love, God's peace and light. And now Bring your attention back to the spiritual eye. Open and close your eyes 2-3 times, squeezing them and opening them. Now mentally affirm, I am free. I am free. I am free. Now and forever free. Feel every cell of your body saying this affirmation, feeling free. Om Shanti. You may open your eyes now whenever you feel to. Practice this after every meditation, and you will heal yourself in whichever way you choose, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I would like to now hand over to Moushumi ji for our next topic.
Thank you, Pramila
of
ji.
healing.
So, thank you, Pramila
Of
ji.
healing.
So beautiful. Really so beautiful.
Paramhansa Yogananda's techniques. One more for you.
So friends, now we are going to do the peace and harmony prayers. The prayers are very simple, but they are so important and they are so effective. So many people approach us. They say that there's a situation in the office. Things are not, there's a lot of disharmony. There's often competition in the office. So, it's not comfortable working there. There's always fights and someone is trying to, tell lies about someone else and people do all sorts of funny things. Then there's always something or the other happening at home between husband and wife or between parents and children, between brothers and sisters. And it can be with your friends, it can be with anyone. Okay, so these prayers are really effective. There was a story. There was a lady who had to travel from a far distance to go to work every day. And the shop used to close late at night. And she would have to come back in the bus. And, the place where the shop was not a very good district. So sometimes there would be people on the bus who she used to be very scared. So she approached Swami Kriyananda and she said, what do I do? So he said, can you take a car? And she said, I can't afford a car. So he said, can someone else do the job for you? There was no one else. She had tried that also. He said, can you take some other job? I said, no, that is also not possible because she wasn't getting another job. So he said, okay, I'll tell you what, pray. The person who you feel is the most scary, pray for them. But pray for everyone on the bus. So you can pray for a group or you can pray for an individual also. Later on, that girl came back and told Swamiji that the best part of her day had become the return journey on that bus. Because the minute anyone came in the bus, she used to start praying for them. She would pray for people before she got into the bus. So there was already light in the bus. And then as she sat down, she used to pray for the people who she could see around her. And as someone came in, she used to pray for them. And people changed. She changed. So prayer is very, very powerful and very, very effective. Now, this prayer you can use for any one person or you can use for the entire world. So we'll start with one person. Each of you in your mind choose that one person who with whom you have kuch khatak raha hai. Maybe there is some issue and you need to resolve some issue with that person. So I'm not going to say the name. So you say the name of the person who you feel needs the prayer most or you need the prayer most for that person. Okay. So you are going to visualize that person and visualize yourself in the same light with that person. And you are going to say, Lord, bless this person with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. And you're going to say it 10 times. And then you will say, Lord, bless me with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. This you will say 5 times. So choose an individual in your mind, pray with that person in the mind, and then you can, then we will do a world peace prayer also. Okay. And I will tell you this. I I have seen amazing results with this prayer. Um, so many people have come back and told us they were husband and wife having some difficulty, marital difficulty. It just goes away in a whoosh. And the prayer, but it can't be said only once. You have to be doing it 5 times a day. Master said 5 times a day for 3 months. But do it 5 times a day for 3 days and it's still effective. That doesn't mean you stop at 3 days. Continue for longer, so that it doesn't, the effect of the prayer doesn't go away. It should remain, right, for long term. So Master said 3 months. Yogananda ji is who we call Master. He said 3 months, so let's do it for 3 months. So right now, choose one person, okay, and uh, can we do it for others too? Yes, Trisha, we can, but it's most effective when you do it for yourself with that one person. For other people, when you do it, you visualize both the people or the group in light first, hold them in light, and then you say, visualize so and so and so and so in peace and harmony. And then you say, bless me with peace and harmony, because it has to come from a peaceful center. You have to be centered, right? How will you send peace out unless you are peaceful? So, but you always first pray for the other, and then you say from yourself. Okay? So let's start. So visualize someone. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. And now for yourself, Lord, bless me with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless me with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless me with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless me with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless me with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti. So remember, friends, 5 times a day, it just takes a minute, right? Not so much time, but it's fantastically effective. So 5 times a day for the next 3 months. Question is, if we are not at peace with a job, work, location, can we do it? Yes, you can. It is so effective. You can do it for anyone and anything. Where are we? If we are not at peace with our job, work, location, can we do it for that also? Okay. Um, so if you want to change in your job, uh, because of the location, then that's a different prayer. Okay. But if you want to accept where you are, then the peace and harmony prayer works for that. But usually it's between people. Okay. Usually it's between situations, between people. Um, right? So, like Trisha asked, that if there are two people, more than one person, and they need peace and harmony, so you visualize them in light first. First, keep them in light. First, you be centered, straight back. Visualize them in your spiritual eye and visualize them covered in light. Then you say the prayers, okay? And then pray for yourself. That's if it's more than one person. If it's a group, you visualize the entire group. Visualize everyone, hold them in their spiritual eye, and send out that prayer. Okay. So we are going to do world peace prayer. Unless one of you wants something else, I can quickly cover that. Is there another question? You can unmute also. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. All right. So we will do world peace prayer now. A very short version. We have this Mondays and Thursdays. We do it at night, and that goes on for half an hour. But this is a quick, short version. So the one where we do the full prayer, we pray for the entire world, for the atmosphere, for the ocean, so on and so forth. We will just pray for the people and visualize all the people all over the world. So we'll sit straight, and in our spiritual eye, we will visualize all the people all over the world. Hold your hands up. Visualize that you're holding the world in the palms of your hands. And visualize Divine Mother's light and love coming down the palms of your hand, down your hand, over your shoulders into your heart. And visualize that light releasing your heart of any disharmony. Fill your heart with peace. Thank you, Divine Mother. Thank you. And now visualize all the people all over the world. You can visualize your city, your country, and then little by little, let that light expand to cover the entire world. Visualize the world covered in white light, or you may wish to cover it in golden light, whatever you're comfortable with. Visualize each and every person, each and every situation, each and every country, people in the governments, in private, in homes, children, teachers, scientists, farmers. Cover everyone in light. people all over the world, people from Ananda, or Yogananda devotee, Jyotishji and Deviji. Visualize them all covered in light. And now we will do the peace and harmony prayers. We will do it just 5 times. They're short of time. Lord, bless this world with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless this world with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless this world with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless this world with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless this world with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. And now for ourselves, just 3 times. Lord, bless us with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless us with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Lord, bless us with peace and harmony. Peace. Om. 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 Om Shanti Shanti. So usually this is also said 10 times and 5 times. But since we have already done it for individuals and we were short on time, I have taken a shortcut. And now I open it up to questions if there are any. Okay. People have put off their cameras. I don't think there are any questions, Auntie. So, all right.
I have a question.
Okay. Go ahead, Trisha.
Yeah, I just wanted to know for the peace and harmony prayer. I want to do it for 2 people who are in conflict, other 2 people, not me.
Yeah. So visualize both the people. Okay. And hold them in the palms of your hands.
Okay.
Visualize them both covered in light. All right. They both need to be looking upwards. They both need to be looking towards Divine Mother. And then you can do the peace and harmony prayers for them. Do it 10 times for both of them. Lord bless person 1 and person 2 with peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Okay. But always finish, do it 10 times and then do your own 5 times. Because you need to be able to have that position of peace to give it out to them. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
And you can do this again 5 times a day. Do it 5 times a day for, depending on how important it is to you, of course. So 5 times a day, at least for a week, try and do that. Okay, but Master said 3 months.
Right. Thank you.
So there's a question from Nisha, I think.
Okay.
And she's saying, can we do the superconscious healing technique for others? For self, sorry.
For self.
Yes. So Nisha, the technique which we have done together, that guided practice is for the self. As we shine the light within our own brains, bring it down to the spine and the heart. So yes, definitely you can do it for yourself. Does it make it clear? Okay. I think one more question was there.
Yeah. Can the peace and... Oh, Shreyansh, go ahead. You're unmuted.
Right. So, when I asked about workplace, you said that there is another prayer for it, right? So, if a person, say, suppose, has a business, right, and he's not able to bear positive fruit from business is not going well. So, is there a prayer for that?
Material success affirmation is there. It's there in Yogananda ji's. Auntie, you have the book with you? There's a small affirmation book of Masters. There he has this wonderful affirmation for material success. And there's actually a book called Money Magnetism. And there's a course on it also. So how to, attract material success into your life. That book is very effective, very, very good. There's nothing wrong with asking for material success. We are all children of God, and God is, all the money in the world is also God. There's nothing wrong with asking for God in whichever form He is in, so long as we ask for the right reasons and wish to do the right things with it. Right, Shreyansh? So there's a
Got
long affirmation. You actually can get it online. Let me
Okay.
see. I'll find it and I'll post it on the WhatsApp.
That'd be really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
There's another question, Moushumi ji.
Can peace and harmony be done to make justice done in court? So this is from Gita. So Gita, if there's a particular case you're talking about, then I would suggest keep the judge in light and also the bailiffs and whoever else, the clerks and everyone in light, and pray for that person. It's not really peace and harmony. It's more about dharma, right? About following the right dharma. So for eradication of corruption, again, you have to keep people in light, and you have to pray, and don't forget, when I think World War II was happening, that time someone asked Ananda, why is this happening? Why can't God just take care of it? And she said, do you not think that the one who made this world doesn't know what he's doing? So sometimes you have to just accept what is happening, but pray for it. You thought about it, you must pray for it, right? Keep people in light. If you know some particular people, keep it in light. If it's a general thing, then in the world healing prayers, you can add that in when you do your world healing prayers. And eradication of people spreading. How do you eradicate people? Eradication of people who are spreading corruption. You don't eradicate people, but you do keep those people in light, ask for them to follow the path of dharma, ask for them to be looking up into the light and, reaching up to Divine Mother, living in higher consciousness. So, okay. Any other questions? Can we send healing to others when we are not in good health? Auntie, can you take that?
Yes, of course you can send healing even when you're not feeling well. No issue at all. Use the techniques even if you're not bodily feeling well. It's fine.
So these techniques, Nishana, so this is divine will healing. So you are not sending your health to them. So whether you're in good health or bad health, it doesn't matter. But you have to be very careful that you send it from, make sure that you are sending it from Divine Mother, not from yourself. So that's an important part of sending this healing. So yeah, you can send it anytime. In fact, uh, the the person sending the healing is blessed by the energy flowing through them. So it will help you heal also. Often, if I'm not well and there's a healing session, I feel better after it. So yeah, okay. Any more questions, friends? No? Okay, then I'll close the meeting. Thank you so much for attending. I wish you had all put your cameras on. It would have been more fun. But thank you, Rosita. Thank you, Rosita. Thank you. So, but Namaste, Ulhas ji. So nice to see you here. Okay. Bye. Bye, Trisha.
Thank you so much for the healing prayers, all of you, for my dad.
Om Guru. May he get well. Chalo. Okay, I'll close the meeting then. Bye. See you. It was a joy, really.